fortunate to be one of the co-directors of Evergreen Holistic Learning Center. And today I'm going to share with you a little bit about our organization, how it was founded, what our missions are, or what our mission is, and some of the programs we have to offer. In order to make this contained and relevant, I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go through an agenda that just shows all the things that we have to offer. And again, I'm so proud to be, part of the organization and helped actually found it back, I think, in 2007. So fortunate, and it's taken a long time, but we're growing pretty significantly, and we're doing a lot of good for the community. And I just want to share some of the specific things that we're doing. So what is Evergreen? Well, back in 2007, when I started it, my family was running a charter school here in Cincinnati. And I personally had a great desire to help people become more fit and more mindful of nutrition. So when I started Evergreen, it was not called Evergreen. It was called Zach Nordyke Holistic Fitness. And the purpose of me starting Zach Nordyke Holistic Fitness, which has now become Evergreen Holistic Learning Center, was to educate community members that didn't often have access to fitness, nutrition, and wellness advice and coaching. I was very much into fitness and nutrition, as I am actually to this day. And I saw there was a segment of our community here in Cincinnati that wanted to be well and wanted to be healthy and make, I think, a lot of good health choices, but they just didn't have somebody to advise them. And I thought that was a big need. And I knew some of it was like a financial issue where some community members just couldn't access it. I think if any of us have worked with a personal trainer or gone to particular gyms, the fees are very, very high. And that's how most people, I think, kind of go down that wellness path. So I wanted to make that a lower cost, and I wanted to bring kind of that information to community members that might not have access to that information or those types of services. So that's how it started. But I quickly realized when people get in great shape or learn about nutrition and have kind of the body image that they're hoping for, there's a lot more to having a fulfilling life than just fitness and nutrition. I've learned this for myself, and I learned this from working with people in the early days back, in the 2007, 2008 time period. Zach Nordyke Holistic Fitness was no longer kind of a fitting name for the organization. So the nonprofit needed to kind of change names to Evergreen Holistic Learning Center because learning is a lifelong journey. And Evergreen just simply means people that are devoted to kind of staying fresh with their knowledge, fresh with their perspectives, just staying always in a learning or learner mode. So from focusing on nutrition and wellness, we thought, okay, being educated, connecting to employment that has upward mobility would be keys. Being financially well, also being mentally well, dealing with stress and anxiety and depression and things of that nature. You have to work with people in a holistic way. So we went from holistic fitness to a holistic learning center that encompassed and still do encompass much, much more. So Evergreen's mission, I think, expanded. It didn't change, but it expanded to educating and providing resources to community members that might not have access to kind of top flight education or financial resources or housing resources or things of that nature. Also to strategies to help with things like anxiety and stress management. So we grew and grew and grew. Now Evergreen helps to consult with a number of organizations throughout the state that are offering the adult 22 plus diploma program. So we help adults earn a diploma. Evergreen also offers an amazing Evergreen Mentorship program. And we'll definitely be talking about that a lot more in just a few seconds. So those are just a tad of the resources that we offer. We also have a really cool, and I'll show this in just a second here, community garden that's over in the Winton Hills community, where kind of our nonprofit is housed. We have a amazing urban farm that's 9 acres with this really great garden that we're able to grow so much. We're able to grow so much food and contribute that back into the community. So we really do a lot to help people become more educated, to earn that secondary degree, or I'm sorry, that secondary diploma, or complete their secondary education and earn a diploma as an adult, 22 years old and older. We try to help provide what I'll call advanced coaching with our mentorship program, where we help people not only manage their stress and their mental well-being, but help them move towards objectives that sometimes are better worked towards with a partner. So just really proud to have the Evergreen Mentorship program. And then we have the Evergreen Community Garden, which is something that allows us to grow some really great food, that goes back into the community. And I didn't say this, but we also have Evergreen zucchini bread, which is an amazing thing. It's a product that we create with some of the zucchini that comes out of the garden, and it's actually sold at Whole Foods. So if you're ever at the Rookwood, Mason, or Kenwood Whole Foods and you go into the bakery area, look for zucchini bread. It's in a tin loaf, and I can show a picture of it. And that's something that our organization creates. So we've got a lot of different ventures that we work on, but it's all about helping populations that tend not to be able to access resources to be able to access those resources. And I'm just so deeply passionate and proud to be a part of this group that I think delivers so much value to those not only living in Cincinnati, but actually throughout Ohio, but primarily Cincinnati. So that's kind of who we are and what resources we have to offer. But I want to take a look at what is the Evergreen Mentorship Program. The Evergreen Mentorship Program started pretty small, and here's why it started. So we've been helping adults, as I mentioned, earn their high school diploma after age 22 or at age 22 or above. We've helped folks as young as 22 and as old as 77. And, it's been a really amazing learning experience for us to kind of learn how to best deliver that type of service. And Evergreen is not the provider, but we assist different school districts in doing that. And it's been cool to see adults earn a high school diploma and kind of make to get to that level of accomplishment that had been a real barrier. Many of them had tried for years to earn a GED, but for any number of reasons that didn't happen. And this program allows them, and again, this is through the Ohio Department of Education that this is made possible. But through the 22 plus program, adults were able to recover the credits that they didn't earn in high school, and if relevant, complete any state testing that needed to be done. So the adults going through this 22 plus diploma program would get through all these barriers that were previously insurmountable for them and get a diploma. But the funding for the 22 plus program literally ends the day that the student gets the diploma. Okay, and asking team members to go ahead and volunteer time to provide more service, like helping the students enroll in school and maybe find a better job or work on credit scores or find better housing, that's a big time commitment. And that would be kind of a giant stretch of time because we had more and more people pouring in and wanting the diploma. So it was very hard to ask those same team members that were already overcommitted on the high school diploma end to come and provide extra services after the adults had reached the diploma level. So we fortunately discovered that there was a way to maybe partner with an organization and serve these learners after they were done with the diploma through offering kind of a combination of mentorship and mental health service. And by offering this kind of unique combination, helping people manage stress, cope with anxiety, cope with depression, as well as move forward on their goals, we were able to partner with a great organization called Primary Care Solutions of Ohio to start offering our mentorship program in a way that an individual that has Medicaid coverage could receive this mentorship in a way that is cost-free. So the mentoring program initially started as a means of helping folks that just earned their high school diploma as an adult kind of have a coach to coach through anxiety, depression, the traumas of certain types, and move towards filling out a college application or learning how to craft a better resume and getting a great job and connecting with certain employers and HR or HR team members, or improving credit score or learning how the home buying process works. But all that was really made possible because we determined if we work with primary care as a partner, we could essentially have individuals that are on Medicaid receive these services at no cost and up to 3 hours per week. So it's amazing. Our mentorship program helps those that have Medicaid coverage access these services at no cost and for up to 3 hours a week. So it's been life-changing. We probably are working with 50 people actively now, and the results have been incredible. The individuals have been suffering less with symptoms of, these anxiety and depression spells that they've gone through. But I think equally as important, they're accessing resources and getting employment opportunities from local hospital systems, or increasing their status at work where they feel confident enough to maybe step into a managerial position, or ask their employer for a raise, or connect in with our resources at Cincinnati State and go to school and maybe further their education after the diploma. But all this is done in such a balanced and unique way where you're becoming more mentally healthy and less stressed, as well as reaching your goals with the help of one of our mentors as a partner. And again, we only work with individuals that have Medicaid coverage at this point, but to do that at no cost has been just such a amazing gift. So that's kind of how it works. How are the mentors qualified to deliver the services? Well, let's just take a look. I want to share this. Here's our incredible mentorship team, Erica Tivis, Kenya Wilson, and Claire James. The mentors that are part of the Evergreen Mentorship Team have to have NPI numbers, and you can just do an NPI lookup and type in the names of all the team members that you see here and see that they have a valid NPI number. They also need Medicaid provider numbers to do what they're doing. And they also need to do training to become what's referred to as a QMHP, Qualified Mental Health Professional. So they go through courses to better understand how to interact with people that are suffering from, pretty common conditions like anxiety and depression, and they know how to refer proper resources to cope with those. They can suggest strategies. They are not counselors or psychiatrists or psychologists by any stretch of the imagination, but they're very caring individuals that have, many great resources and can help strategize and help point towards resources that make breakthroughs. But I will link or I'll put a video where you can see Erica, Kenya, and Claire talk about their experience as being mentors and part of the team. So you can see more of their personalities and their unique approaches to working with clients, but they're very phenomenal. And I couldn't recommend more working with this team, if you qualify for our services. Evergreen believes in great partnerships. Like I had mentioned, we are partnered with Primary Care Solutions. They're a CARF accredited mental health agency. They have the ability to bill Medicaid. We are partnered with them so we can deliver the mentorship services that we do, and the reimbursement will happen through them. All information that we gather from clients is put into a system called ShareNote, sharenote.com if you want to take a look at it. It is an electronic health record system, HIPAA compliant. I think that's always important. Any information that we gather during our sessions with clients is input into this. We value the privacy and security of information that clients, give to us. So we always take really good steps to work with partners that are accredited and input information into secure systems. Also, this is the Ohio Attorney General website. We have to, this is Evergreen, file a charitable registration each year that makes us disclose our financial records and kind of our organizational objectives, the names of our board members. If you go on to the charitable registration Ohio Attorney General site and you type in Evergreen Holistic, you will find us here again. The original name of the organization was Zach Nordyke Holistic Fitness, but you can see that we are Evergreen Holistic Learning Center, and some people refer to us as Evergreen Learning Center. I do that from time to time to shorten it up. But you can click on details and see our whole application. We are a registered charity in full compliance. We're a registered 501c3. We have an EIN number, obviously, that's associated with that you can see here. Again, a non-for-profit organization deeply caring about the community, hiring people that are also incredibly focused on delivering on our mission to educate and provide unique resources to those that would otherwise not have access to them. So just really passionate about our mission, but want to show we value, doing things in a way that would make the people that we're working with feel very comfortable, that we're taking all the precautions to be transparent and open and do things that are in community members' best interest. So how are the mentors qualified to deliver service? We touched on that, and I know I should have probably better used this agenda, but our mentors have to have a high school diploma at least. They have to register with the National Registry and get an NPI number. They also have to have a Medicaid provider number. People that have violent crimes and other kind of things that might make some feel uncomfortable won't qualify to receive a Medicaid provider number. So you'll never be working with someone that has kind of a recent history of violent crimes against people. That kind of gives you assurance that if they have a Medicaid provider number, that they have not done that. And, certainly while our organization believes in giving people a second chance and being open-minded, we always have the security and best interest of our clients in mind. So NPI number, Medicaid provider number, QMHP training, QMHP qualification are all things that our mentors need to do before they interact and work with clients. And all of them, by getting that Medicaid provider number, have been background checked and don't have any recent violent crimes within the last 7 years against people. I think we do a great job at picking community members that are really devout to the mission and have a great track record of doing well with delivering these services. So anyway, just really pleased about the team and things that we're doing, and of the measures that we take to ensure that you have the best and highest quality experience. Another thing that you can do is go to, and I'll type this in, www.evergreen HLC, that's Holistic Learning Center, abbreviated.org. So www.evergreenhlc.org, and you're going to come to our site. The mentorship program is quite new, so we're going to be adding information. If you go to this really quickly, you might not see the mentorship program on here. But our website gives more information on who we are as an organization and some of the unique programs that we offer. We're just really devoted to the community. Evergreen is a very family-centered organization. My family helps in so many different ways to run the day-to-day operations. And I do think we have a long line. On our Facebook page, we have some client testimonials from the mentorship program, but we're going to be working hard over the coming days here to show even more testimonials from individuals that have benefited quite well from the services that we have to offer. So have no doubt that while we tend to be quiet about some of the great things that we're doing, we've done many great things, and we're going to continue to make it more known, the impact that we're having on community members, so more feel comfortable coming forward and working with us. The final thing I would like to talk about is, what's the future vision of the mentorship program? Well, as I mentioned, we initially created this as an extension to help adults who recently earned their high school diploma do more, or have kind of a partner in accomplishing goals after achieving the diploma. I think we want to look at three different things. We really want to put the clients that we have in position to get a job that has upward mobility. What in the world is getting a job that has upward mobility? Well, we want to place the adults, well, I should take that wording back. We want to assist the adults that we're working with in finding and securing work opportunities that you can get trained to do more and more as time goes on, and that you prove your competence in the position. Let's use an example. Let's say you were working for a hospital system. We would like to identify that if you came in as a patient care assistant, a PCA, that you could go up the ranks and maybe be trained to be a PCA 2, a PCA 3. There would be a way to increase your skill base as well as increase your pay. And maybe there was also a built-in method that you could receive further education and move towards maybe the nursing end or the administrative end. There was continual growth in the opportunity, both in pay and your skill set. That is a really crucial part of it. So the future vision of this is really mapping out with our clients in the mentorship program. How do you find work opportunities? How do you have the right resume? How do you have the right contacts? And we facilitate this. How do you have the right interview preparation? Once you've secured the job, how do you network internally within that organization to continually ask for new opportunities to grow in your role and grow in your knowledge of the position? How do you ask for potentially, if merited, an increase in pay or better benefits? How do you appropriately take the steps to grow your career, grow your financial situation, grow your knowledge base. So that's one aspect, careers with upward mobility and accessing training and resources to do that. Number two, how do you have the financial knowledge and resources to have a very solid credit score that at some point when you're prepared could allow you to purchase a home? Almost all of the clients we work with would want to purchase a home because their goal is to have a physical asset that they can leave behind for generations to come, whether that be family members or if they have children, to give to their children. And we think that that is a beautiful dream. In order to fulfill a dream like that, you have to have foundational things like a steady job that has upward mobility, steady income, obviously, that goes along with that, a savings, and a credit score that's really good. A lot of our team members are excellent at helping you budget, helping you make the career contact resources, and we have excellent resources for credit improvement and mortgage lender connections that are really savvy with helping first-time home buyers or just home buyers that need a little more guidance, really in-depth understand that process. We work with some fantastic people at Huntington Bank in the Center for Home Ownership. It's just a marvelous thing. And we're moving folks towards that process. We can't guarantee that you're going to be able to buy a home, but we want to help put you on the most likely pathway to achieving that really life-changing goal. And then the other aspect is we want the folks that are involved with our mentorship program to think about the value of their children's education if they have children, or maybe family members that they're in charge of. Ohio offers something called the Ed Choice program. These are vouchers for community members that only have a public school that's assigned to them that would have a failing academic report card. Okay, the schools are kind of assigned grades by the state. And if your school is continually underperforming that your child would be assigned to, you're probably eligible for this Ed Choice voucher, which basically gives you funding to enroll your child or a family member that you might have guardianship over into a private school. And not saying that all public schools are bad, that is not the case. But if the school option that you're kind of forced into is not the best option and it has a failing track record, then I think that we strongly encourage the exploration of other options, including Ed Choice, to send that child to a school that might be a better fit and provide a richer education potentially. So let's recap. We want to help connect folks to great job resources that have upward mobility. We want to connect to financial education that could lead to home ownership over time if that's of interest, but just better financial choices, period. We want to encourage the exploration of tapping resources to put your child in the best educational environment, or a family member that you have a vested interest in an environment where you create the high likelihood that they're going to lead a much more successful life financially and emotionally, and just have many more opportunities. We believe that this is the best pathway to achieving optimal mental health, to achieving optimal results with your life, to really just lead a more joyous and prosperous life. We want you to do this in a way that you can reduce stress and manage anxiety and manage depression. So we're deeply vested in working with outstanding partners, working with willing clients, and hiring the best team members possible to continue to live the dream that Evergreen has by really empowering those that don't have access to certain educational and other resources to finally have access to those to lead the best life possible. I hope that this gives you a little insight into the Evergreen mission and our roots and where we're going. And I hope that this makes you, if you're watching, want to join one of our programs, and know that you can always reach out to us. You can visit with us on Facebook, and I'm going to actually pull up our Facebook page now. You can visit us on our website, or you can give us a call. I can personally be reached at 513-623-8422 if you have any questions. That's my cell phone, and I'm always going to be available to somebody that would like to have more information. But our Facebook is facebook.com/Evergreen Mentorship. You can learn more about what we're doing. You can go to our website again. That is, I'm going to type it because we have a GoDaddy thing that it's hosted on, but the URL is www.evergreenhlc, Holistic Learning Center abbreviated.org. And you go to this site, and we're going to have more information on our mentorship program there as well. But don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help this community flourish, and we're hopefully out to also help people in the community lead the best lives possible, especially those that may not have had access to great resources like this previous. Look forward to talking with you in person at some point. Thank you, everyone.